we're live. Good. Happy Monday morning. July the 14th is July the 14th, 2025. I said 2024 one day. It's 2025, folks, and we've got 244 straight days of getting our mind right here.
Good morning, Danny Allison. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. It's great to see you live.
Yes, indeed. And it's always great to see. You know, I didn't get my camera set up just like I wanted it. Everything's not perfect in the Allison household, in the average dude household.
Tell everybody why? Because you're late to the party.
I'm a little late to the party this morning. I was a little behind.
There's way too much going on in your house. You're getting kids to football, basketball, workouts. There's too many things. You got to, where's the dog going? What times we got to get the dog to the vet? All this stuff is happening. I got to water the plant.
I was too busy, Russ. I had all these responsibilities, and I dropped the ball this morning. Thanks for pointing that out, Fred, and giving me my excuse. Hey, Russ Hammond, good morning. Red Wing Shoes, Spartanburg, South Carolina. Go get you some Red Wing shoes, would you?
What kind of shoes do I have on today?
That's a lot of sips. 244 straight sips. Come on, Aaron Jacobs. What kind of shoes do you have on? I would bet $1 to a donut that you've got on them Red Wing shoes from Russ Hammond's Red Wing Shoe Store.
You might be slipping.
You might be slipping a little bit. And we don't slip. You know, he says that's a lot of sips. And it is a little bit. 244 days of doing the same thing, doing something positive every single day. You remember Tom Shea, the Navy SEAL?
Tom Shea, Navy SEAL.
What did he say about 3 simple things? Do you remember that? He was
telling me.
So
you don't need to ask me if you already know. Big dog, tell me.
I didn't really remember. I was hoping you could fill in the blanks a little bit. But Tom Shea, he had that book, 3 Simple Things, and he talked about how hard it is. He says only 20%, and I don't know how you get this statistic, but only 20% of people can do this challenge. And he gives this very simple challenge. It's like 10 push-ups, maybe let's say 20 squats, and 5,000 steps every day, right? Every single day you do that before you do anything else. And I remembered this, and it's like only 20%. And what happens is, a couple of weeks in, what's the point? It doesn't really matter. It's only 10 push-ups. Why am I doing this? Why make a big deal of that?
Because it's a big deal.
What happened?
You know, at one point in time, I went through the 75 Hard program.
I remember that.
I saw a guy the other day. It's very simple. There's so many things. You have to do these things each day. There was a guy, he posted on Facebook, hey, I'm day 37 of 75 Hard.
Yeah.
I did forget to read my 10 pages last night, but I'm reading 20 today.
No.
And I'm not, you know, just know I'm doing that. He failed, but he wasn't going to start over.
Yeah.
You're not doing the program. You can't do that to yourself.
Hey, momentum is an inside game, right? You can fake. He didn't have to, and you can say, well, he didn't have to mention it, and everyone would have patted him on the back and told him, you did 75 hard. Think of all the validation. We talk about this, right, Fred? Here's the point.
Why he mentioned it?
What's that?
You know why he mentioned it?
Why?
Because he knew he had messed up.
He knew he would mess up.
Somebody to say, oh, yeah, man, it's okay. But he knows it wasn't okay.
And that's what validation is. Oftentimes we want the claps when we know we haven't done the work, right? I mean, there's a big, oh, but you didn't have to do that. And then what's going on in his mind? Oh man, I did do that. So he knows that it cheapens it. And my point is, if it's an inside game and we're talking about mindset, is it really helping you now?
Right. If he sent a message to Andy Frisella and said, hey, I forgot to read 10 pages. Can I read 20 the next day? What would the answer be?
No.
Go back to day what?
But now, yeah, you got to go back to day one. But now here's the thing. Here's what I would say. Some is better than none. But when we take on a challenge like this, right? When we take on a challenge like this and we say, Vicki thought something was funny. There's been a lot of funny things this morning, Vicki. I hope none at my expense.
She might be talking about your beige shirt.
I know. Hey, that thing is white, boy. Come on now. So what I would say is that when we take on a challenge and it has rules, or if we have, let's say down the road that First Sip gets a bus together. We've been talking about the energy bus, and there's rules to the bus, right? There's rules to the bus. And once you start bending those rules, well, you know, what we were really talking about was you didn't have to do this. Is it a rule anymore? If you're doing business and you say, we do not ever work with this type of customer, and then you need a sale and they got money. Ooh, oh, those standards. Well, they fall away. But this, we let things, the more we can stay strong to what we set out to do, never change your goal. Grant Cardone. I was laughing at the comment about day one you failed. Yeah, absolutely. You go back to, I kind of figure that. Vicki, we appreciate you being here. Aaron Jacobitz, Russ Hammond. Hey, everybody that has been on this bus, as we call it, it's encouraging to have the comments, isn't it, Fred?
Absolutely. And Aaron's on the roll.
Aaron is on a roll. And we saw him do it, getting his steps in. And if there is a way that what Fred and I are doing is motivating, like that's the point. That's the point. And there, speak of the devil,
is Miggity Mike.
Miggity Mike, Antarctic Mike. And we're going to set it up. I know that we talked about that, but I want to have Mike on again. And I want to have Mike talk about what he talked about when I first met him, which has been like 5 years ago now. But he talks about what we both know, going to Antarctica.
Get it right now.
Hey, I've got a question for Freddie Blank. Freddie's tough on me on Mondays. I've got a question for Freddie. Here, hold on one second. Allowing people to embrace failure and help them up to get back on track and be okay with it. The win is in never quitting. The infinite game. It ain't ever over. And now Freddie Blanton has stepped away, and now he's back. Hey, my question for you.
Believe it or not, someone asked me to take a phone call during this live show, and I had to tell them I'll call them right back.
Hey, and here's the thing. You will call him right back, and here's what he's going to be able to tell him. Hey, I do this thing where I get my mind right every single day. You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, why are you calling? You should be watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, who are you? You need to get on the bus, dude. I don't get left behind.
I don't. There we go. I like it. Hey, did I ask you this on Friday? I don't actually remember. Do we get
to read it? Or are you asking me something?
Do we get
you just what we something up there and you just wait?
Yeah, I know. I've gotten to where I figure Fred's going to be there. I just dissed the rock. Do we get what we deserve? I mean, let me tell you where that takes me. And maybe this will, you know, they always talk about gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude. And so if I'm grateful, well, I didn't deserve, I'm grateful to be alive. Maybe I don't deserve to be alive. Right. And so, but on another hand, work hard, take a lot of action, increase your square footage of opportunity, do you get what you deserve?
What do we deserve? Who determines what we deserve? Do we deserve anything?
Do we deserve anything?
What does Dave Ramsey say every time you ask how's Dave Ramsey's doing? Better than he deserves.
Better than he deserves. And the attitude of gratitude. Now, oftentimes, man, you know, what about me? The attitude of, and all of us sometimes, what about me? What about what I did? That's not fair. Hey, I'm doing this. We should get that.
I worked hard for 3 days.
I worked hard. I've been doing it. We've done this for 244 straight days. We should be blowing up the internet.
I went to the gym 7 days in a row. And I don't look any different.
We get what we deserve in every moment that we show up as our best self. Don't we? I mean, when I feel good, and when I'm getting what I am presence to me is the goal, right? I want to show up. I want to be hydrated. I don't have my water. Yeah, I do. Got this big old water jug because I believe in that hydration now every day. I've got to move my body. I've got to do the things that I can do to get myself behaviors and actions and attitudes. They're all up here. It's the mind map. You know, it's the mental schematic to how we're going to perform in our day. And heck, I don't know what I deserve, but I know that I want to show up and I know that I want to be grateful. I want that to be part of my attitude.
Yeah. Vicky said, don't let the attitude get in the way of our gratitude.
Don't let the attitude get in the way of your gratitude. And I tell you what, was that if you've read the Energy Bus, and I'm going to bring some stuff in and we're going to talk about it more, but that Energy Bus, man, I wanted to be on that bus, folks. When you have energy going into your day and they walk into whatever it is, Vicky's first appointment, your phone call later today, when you can walk in there with that much more enthusiasm. I mean, if a team has this much more energy than the other team, right?
It can make a difference.
If you've got this much energy, more energy, that's right, than the other person at the end of the race, your race is going to end really well. We do not always get what we deserve. The harder you work, the luckier you get.
I believe that. I believe that when you get out, you get busy, you stay consistent, things will come to you. What you're putting out will come back to you.
You know, and people say, all that positivity stuff, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. It's not a Pollyanna world. No, it's not. That's why we need to be positive, right? I mean, it's not a Pollyanna world. But if we want to have conversations, if we want to have good days, we've got to approach it like Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone, he would get into the day and he said, man, I'm going to 10X. I'm going to squeeze every little bit of water out of this day. And when we do that, good things going to happen. You're going to find some water and people are going to feel the fact, hey, he's not just here for that initial, you know, you get the washcloth. He's not there for that. They're going to know you are. They're going to feel it. They're going to sense it. That is the energy it's not woo-woo. It's real. People feel it.
Yeah,
Good morning.
So if somebody's watching this right now.
Yep.
And they're not feeling the energy, they're not really riding the positivity horse today, how can they avoid a case of the Mondays?
It's called the flip. If you can do this, you're going to get instant momentum. And I've been thinking about that movie Cliffhanger. Remember, the guy was sliding down the ice. He's falling. Everybody else is climbing. This person is sliding, and it's scary. And there's a big cliff down here. How much farther am I going to slide? If you can pull that axe out, that ice pick, and bam, spin it into the mountain. Put it into the mountain. Stop the slide. That is the first thing, and that is a huge win. If you can get that ice pick into that doggone mountain. You get it into the mountain, you get your strength back, and then you start pulling. And if you can flip it, if you can say, man, instead of eating this next donut, I'm going to go for a big long walk. Boy, you've just flipped it. In your head, you just said, no, I was going this way, and now I'm going this way. Now, again, if you just don't eat the donut, that's the ice pick. You get out there and you do the walk. Now you're multiplying your momentum, and you're going to have momentum for that day. One action. It takes one thing. I get fired up this morning.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
I'm fired up, Fred.
Hey, average dude, give us the average thought to wrap up the show.
The average thought, I think I just did, Fred. I just emptied the tank, man. There's literally nothing going on here. I was going to pass it to Fred. Hey, you know what? Let's just end it with the average dude's final thought. I just gave it, you know? And we're going to be back here tomorrow with episode 745. And you've got a phone call to make to go sell a Bobcat.
745.
Episode. Oh. Yeah.
Let's come back for 245 at 755.
Let's roll.